Well, today is a big day for the rails, the first private U.S. passenger rail line in 100 years. Florida's Brightline high-speed train launching for the company. It's hopeful here that it's first of many to come, as they have plans to compete with the U.S.'s only other high-speed line run by Amtrak, the Acela service, which is between Boston and Washington, D.C., for those who live in the Northeast. But, Brad, this is very significant. One, we talk about the fact that obviously this is almost a new era for the rail industry when we talk about the interest here from private investment on passenger trains. So clearly what this could signal here going forward is something that could be huge. But this completes a $6 billion private investment in Florida. It's going to debut 235 miles between those two destinations, a 3.5-hour ride. And they're projecting that they will likely carry as much as 8 million people annually on the Brightline.
Well, the costs here is what it's going to come down to as well. One-way fares, it sounds like that's going to start at $39 for kids, $79 for adults, $149 for premium class, and then additionally the highway drive time, and it's the comparison here that it comes back to at the end of the day. I'm glad we have this up on the screen for our viewers here. The highway driving time is 4 or more hours, and of course that comes down to what the traffic looks like in the region. Plus you're looking at toll, you're looking at gas costs as well, and so all of that considered, this is in the jurisdiction, or at least touches the jurisdiction of one of our guests that we had on today, Miami Congressman Carlos Jimenez of Florida, and particularly as we look through some of the other railway opportunities that have been talked about or come into the fray of conversation, whether that be in this and Brightline high-speed train, or just in other modes of transportation, making sure that for what the Boring Company was doing with or a Hyperloop, even Virgin Hyperloop, all of these different modes of hyper transportation that have come forward, large investment, and I think that reframing, or at least the innovation that we're about to see come forward in some of the more antiquated systems of transportation, it's going to be interesting to see exactly where consumers start to gravitate towards it, and it's going to come back to that pricing that we mentioned at the top of this conversation.
Now they're also turning their sights to a new line here between Las Vegas and Southern California, so we'll see what comes from that from Brightline.
Yeah, there you go.